Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for your questions. Frank has had quite the show so far. Show everyone your T-shirt if they're just watching Extra Time. Frank, where did you get this from? Did you make it yourself?
I don't know. I made it. You know, you can order that on internet.
Does that say I'm Frank?
Well, yes, you can order a lot of things from the internet.
Frank's doing Frank things.
Yeah. I can read the rest of it.
Yeah, but of course, Dan, if you buy it, don't put Frank. You can put Daniel. You know.
But
I hope you got it. You know.
This wasn't a present. You bought this for yourself.
No, that's a gift from my wife because she knows that how big my ego is, so she knows that I need that to feel comfortable, you know. And
what about if I want to do Frank
you know?
things? Can I have Shaka doing Frank things? Does that work?
Well, yeah, but why would you want to be associated with things?
Frank does good things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Frank does fun things.
Shaka things seem to be working well enough from where I can see.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
Hey, Shaka seems to have the life, mate. There you go.
Hey.
I meant to bring this up.
He wants to come back as himself. Have you ever reincarnated?
Do you remember? So in England we've got Match of the Day, but for a couple of years it went over to ITV.
Yeah.
And on the titles, you're on the titles of the Premiership. Do you remember that on ITV? No. It's got you throwing the ball at the camera.
I can do.
And then a lot of people saying that's why that show failed.
Go on, because I broke the camera.
People went, oh, Shaka's on. That's like, you don't remember? Did you get paid for that or anything?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I have no idea.
I'll show it to you later.
This is a very boring answer. You know why that show failed?
Second? Well, that's my field.
Why that show failed?
Am I talking?
Oh, why that show failed, sorry. Right, yes.
You know why that show failed?
Yes.
Why?
Because it was on the wrong time.
Correct the mundo.
Yeah, there we go, you see. They
I told you it was boring.
Yeah, I wondered why you brought it.
They changed it.
They made it prime time because they thought everybody likes football. The problem is not everybody likes football.
Well, they moved it to like 7:30, something like that on a Saturday.
Yes, indeed.
People were...
Yeah.
People were still in the pub.
Well, yeah.
Not home.
Or not in control of the remote control. Others maybe would have been.
Further proof, however you need it, of people getting involved that have no idea.
There you go. Frank, would you watch like Match of the Day or the Premiership with Shaka on when you were in England? Would you watch yourself on it?
Yeah, some of the game. It was like, was it with Alan Hansen? Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, Alan Hansen. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Des Lynam.
Yeah. So I stopped after he criticized me and said, "What the hell is that?" You know, I wasn't going to watch that.
That's enough of that. Because that was before football was everywhere. You could watch it everywhere, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. You'd watch it? Yeah.
If you were in on a Saturday night.
Right, I see. And you obviously did.
I was always in on a Saturday night.
Well, how come you were never watching, Shaq?
Fast forwarded through that bit.
Oh, really? The opening titles. Get straight to it.
Very popular, though. Very popular.
Very popular. Until it moved times. They're not popular because people didn't know what they were doing. The other day,
people just don't like change.
Craig said the list of potential Manchester United managers would be fine for a mid-table Premier League club. Isn't it about time to admit that's exactly what they are? They're in 14th right now, and finishing in the top 10 would be an accomplishment.
Well, they shouldn't be. And he has partly overseen the players that have come in. You know, Mazraoui and De Ligt, both from Bayern. Martinez has come in, and Nana was a big signing. So, no. I mean, I don't think they're... It's a hard one to answer that. Manchester United are not a mid-table club and should not be a mid-table team. No. Even with this...
And even if you start accepting that, then you're...
Even with this squad of players, they should be better than they are.
Yep. What should Madrid do for cover on the defensive line with Carvalho's injury, Craig, and Alaba's slow return to full fitness? He's talking about Militao maybe playing at right back in the game against Celta Vigo tomorrow. Well,
Lucas Vazquez normally plays.
Yeah.
I suppose you could play Valverde there. You could play him. He seems to me as if he can play most places. We saw Camavinga playing left back last year. You could move somebody to left back and move Ferland Mendy to right back. You know, so there's a few options. I mean, I suppose Militao could go out there. I think, I mean, he has got some options up until January where maybe I could see him putting a midfielder back there. But that depends what options he has for the middle of the park. I don't mean Luka Modric by that as a midfielder.
Right, you're right back today, Luca.
But I could see him putting maybe a Tchouaméni back there or something like that, and just say like, go back there, do a job, just do the basics, and yeah, I think he's got cover.
Frank, do you think if the players were paid by their national team on top of their wages, would they be okay with all the extra games?
It happened to me, in fact, when I was playing for Chelsea. I was part of the time, just using my international bonuses because it wasn't a payroll, it was a bonus or wage. It was just a bonus. So, and it was already a lot in my time. So I guess they have some good bonuses, and they can use that. I don't know the kind of life that they have, but comparing to salaries, wages, it's not that big, but it's already big for a normal person.
I think back in the day, possibly, but not now.
Not now.
Yeah, if you're on 250 grand a week.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
there's too many games.
250 grand a week. I mean, the average player could be on 50 grand a week. That's a lot of money. There's still a lot of money. That's enough money to say, I don't want more games. So they just, even the average player now in most of these big leagues earn so much that side of it sort of goes out the window.
Jack?
No,
Yeah, but for example, sorry.
Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, sorry, I give you an example, because I can say it, it was like 20 years ago. So every time we were winning a game with the national team, we had which would be like £20,000 every game we won. So you were playing like, we were playing like 2 games a month, which is 40,000. And we were almost winning every games we played. So it was huge. It was £40,000 a month. So I guess even nowadays, it's more than enough to have a good life.
Yeah, that's a lot of T-shirts.
There's a lot of
Listen,
a lot of text messages as well.
I think international players are making a lot of money for club, regardless of what they're making for country. The issue isn't how much they're making. The issue is how many games. And adding more money on top of that, whether it's through the club or through the national team, doesn't change the fact that it's just too many games.
Shaka, with the 3 criteria France football has announced concerning the Ballon d'Or, who do you think, in your opinion, deserves to be crowned the winner between Lautaro Martinez and Vinicius Jr.? Would you like to hear the 3-part criteria?
Yeah, but that would help.
Individual performance, decisive and impressive character, team performance and achievement, class and fair play.
And the decision is between Lautaro Martinez.
If it was just between those 2, yes.
Still give it to Vinicius Jr.
Vinicius Jr.?
Yeah.
Right. Start, bench, drop in these start, bench and drop in their primes, Craig. Ribery, Hazard, Vinicius Jr.
Oh.
What's Ribery doing now, Frank? Is he coaching?
I will go for Hazard.
Red T-shirts.
No, I don't. All right,
Excuse
okay. Okay. No, it's all right. Don't worry. It's
What's
okay.
Ribery doing
I was
now?
just wondering if he's coaching. I was trying to fill the time where you were
Actually,
thinking.
he's a shoemaker.
Is he? What sort of shoes?
Big shoes.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah. Big shoes to fill. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I thought he might be a pundit
Secret.
on French TV. He might be coaching. It was just a.
No, all that time he's making shoes.
There we go.
Oh,
Right.
me?
Who would have thought?
And what?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's making t-shirts.
My question was, Frank.
That's a hard one.
Right. Okay.
Right.
We go. Right.
In the prime.
Okay,
Yes.
leave it.
In the prime. I'd probably have to say, even though I've given him a lot of stick in the last few years for his sort of attitude, Eden Hazard.
Yeah, I think prime.
Prime.
I think prime's on it.
And then I'd have to go Ribery at the moment because it's still very, very early for Vinicius Jr., isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I think so. Right?
So I'll go Hazard, Ribery, and Vinicius Jr. because he's still fledgling in his career, even though he's won the Champions League.
Xhaka?
La Liga.
I'm not so sure. I wouldn't have Vinicius last.
Well, there's only 2 choices.
I'm really undecided between Hazard and Vinicius,
Okay.
and then Ribery is in the wherever he drop in position.
Okay, he's third. So let me make you choose then.
Let's talk about what Ribery's doing.
No, we're past that now.
Let me think for a bit. Vinicius.
Vinicius?
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Frank, what do you think?
I go for Hazard. I mean, even before Chelsea, when I saw him playing for Lille, it was absolutely amazing, and really Hazard has to be starting. And I have to go for Ribery. I mean, we don't know. We didn't see Ribery a lot. He was playing for Bundesliga. He was playing for Bayern Munich, and we didn't see him and what he achieved over there. And he was playing for Marseille before. It was absolutely tremendous. And as Craig said, Vini is just at the beginning of it. Yes, he wants many things, but I don't know if you can still compare him to the two others. So it's why you have to drop him, because his career is not over. And let's see how it works.
There we go. Frank Ribery, according to Wikipedia, always right.
Driving buses.
Is currently in charge of shoemaking at Clark. You were right. No. A technical collaborator in Serie B with Salernitana. There we go.
What are they? Salernitana, that's a can you make a shoe, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Shoemakers is there.
Exactly.
Collaborating on how to get the sole and how you get them.
Now, I know we've all been away, but there was some sort of five-a-side team that was picked, Shaka, by Frank of the current pundits, and you were not in it. Casey Keller was chosen ahead of you, and this question
There's no need to rub salt in the wound.
how do you feel that you were passed over by Frank for Casey in his five-a-side?
Well, I'm guessing that Frank. I'm guessing that Frank knows that I can.
Casey was Frank's first pick?
I can play in multiple positions, so Frank wants to employ me as a striker.
What? What is going on, Frank? Why did you pick Casey first? Is this some sort of hair bonding thing?
Yeah, it's the ball union. Yeah. No, I think Casey. I think Casey was in the show. Is what I thought about it. I thought I wanted to be diplomatical, but I think that was the worst choices ever, and I've been harmed by Mario Melchior because I didn't pick him. Now you want me to be harmed by Xhaka because I didn't pick him. What a bad question that was, and I guess maybe the bad answers. The bad answers, yes, too.
Wow, Casey first. Crikey.
It really hurt,
I'm sure they really hurt, Shaq. Okay, that is it. That brings us to the end of ESPN FC. I will be back. We will be back, sorry. It's not just all about me. Tomorrow.
Erik ten Hag addresses his future at Manchester United. Erik ten Hag spoke confidently ahead of Manchester United's Premier League clash with Brentford, dismissing concerns about his job security and insisting that the media has fabricated stories about his position. As he prepares to take charge of United for the 126th time, Ten Hag faces ongoing speculation about his future. Reports had linked the club with Thomas Tuchel as a potential replacement before the Football Association accelerated their plans to appoint Tuchel as England's new head coach. Former England manager Gareth Southgate also ruled himself out, expressing his desire to take a year off. Despite the rumours, Ten Hag made it clear that no assurances were needed regarding his role. Entering the room with a smile, he greeted the press by saying, "I missed you all." When asked if he had received any guarantees about his job, Ten Hag confidently replied, "No. The noise only comes from the media, from some of you, not all of you, but some. Creating stories, spinning fairy tales, making noise, spreading lies. Because inside the club, we're all on the same page. I've said this before, even before the break, but some of you didn't believe me. I see the reports, but internally it's quiet. Yes, we are discussing our current position because we're not happy with where we are. We need to turn things around, and we're working on a strategy to do just that. But at the end of the day, we're calm, we're following the plan, and we're very confident that we'll turn this into a success." United currently sits 14th in the Premier League with a negative goal difference after 7 matches, with only Southampton scoring fewer goals than the Red Devils. We have a mountain to climb. This is top football, and sometimes you face challenges. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but I'm confident we'll succeed, just as we did in the last 2 seasons. I see positive signs underneath the surface, good patterns, strong statistics, that show we're heading in the right direction. But the league table doesn't lie. We're not where we need to be, and that's not good enough. The players are performing well. We won last season, and perhaps people forget that. Sometimes we've had to make adjustments due to availability issues, and the team hasn't always been balanced. But overall, the players are playing well. Now we need to start scoring goals, because that's the most important part of football. If you want to win games, you have to score. We're getting into the final third, into dangerous areas, but now we need to take that extra step and convert those chances.